Hi there, so I'm going to be talking about my accuracy stacking juggernaut that uses elemental hit in Ritual Softcore League. Right now we're sitting at 62k accuracy rating, and there's a lot of ways to scale your damage based on accuracy rating. You can use this Elder modded bow that gives you damage per accuracy rating. Obscurantis also gives you damage per accuracy rating. And Divergent additional accuracy support also does the same thing. There's an Oscom gloves that gives you critical strike chance per accuracy rating. And then finally the Juggernaut Ascendancy node that gives you percent attack speed per accuracy rating. So with all of these damage modifiers, I am sitting right now at a little bit over 10 million DPS against Sirus, single target, and a little bit over 5 million clear setup DPS. Alright, so how are we getting this much accuracy? Well, a lot of it comes from trees and the tree and those drill sockets. So I'll put the link down below for my path of building paste bin. But basically this tree is trying to glove a lot of life nodes, percent accuracy nodes, and drill sockets. You're starting from here, getting accuracy, life, accuracy, drill sockets, life, and drill sockets, life, life, accuracy, and you all the way travel all the way up to here for drill sockets and life. And basically it is about stacking a lot of accuracy rating nodes like this. Now let me talk about jewels. So maybe let me just grab this one. So this one has accuracy rating, critical strike multiplier, and life. As we just talked about, accuracy stacking gives you damage, attack speed, and a critical strike chance. So what we're looking for from jewels is obviously accuracy rating percent and life percent, but we're lacking a lot of critical strike multipliers, so basically we're trying to stack them through jewels. Another thing that's important is split personality. Since we're traveling pretty far from the base node, this split personality gives you about 400, 380 accuracy rating and a good amount of intelligence, which is needed for item requirement. And this one is strength and accuracy rating. Strength is good, life is also good. Strength gives you life and accuracy rating since the strength gets converted to accuracy rating through Juggernaut Ascendancy. So that's something you also want to look for. We also use Transcendent Spirit here, and this is absolutely amazing position for Transcendent Spirit, giving you 750 accuracy rating and a 6% increased move speed. We're also using Watcher's Eye that gives you, since we're running Anger and a Vitality, gives you critical multiplier and life gain on hit. And finally, we're using Combat Focus, which since we're actually using Elemental Hit for this build, as I said, and this makes it so that Elemental Hit only chooses fire as its damage source. So let's talk about why Elemental Hit. Well, it is kind of funny because this build, I started this build thinking that this boots that gives you base lightning damage per accuracy rating is amazing for this build. And it turned out I can't really get high enough base damage from this boost to justify the use of it. It turns out that using Elemental Hit with Avatar Fire conversion based on Zoph's Blood Amulet actually gives you about twice as much base fire damage when compared to this boots. And also Elemental Hit is very easy to scale with bow gem level and also socket gem level. So I decided, well, the original plan was to use this boost, but I decided to forego the boost. So that naturally segues into just explaining the items that we're using. So I'm using this Elder Modded Bow. Elder Influence Bow doesn't have to be Ivory Bow. It's not absolutely the best item I can have, but it serves its purpose. So it had socketed gems, +1 socketed gems, +2 socketed bow gems. Onslaught is nice quality of life on top. Base critical strike chance. I don't think you particularly need this one. And then absolutely you need this damage per 200 accuracy rating. This gives you a lot of damage. And then I crafted attack speed plus quality, and this quality gets converted to accuracy rating through the harvest crafting input set. Obscurantis is absolutely the best choice. I don't think a lot of people are running Uberlab for this, so I wasn't able to get the elemental hit enchant one, but that's my goal next. And then let me just talk about the natural choice. So Oscarm, again, +2 level of socketed AoE gem is plus, but you don't absolutely need it. But you do want to make sure that your accuracy, so this accuracy rating roll ranges from 30% to 40%, and definitely you want to make sure that you get 40% one. Zoth's Blood is needed to convert lightning in a cold portion of elemental damage to fire, so that you get twice as much fire base damage. And we are also using a replica shard of Lightless to get a lot of sockets for abyssal jewels. And for abyssal jewels, what we're looking for is flat accuracy rating, critical strike multiplier, and life. I know there's a mod that gives you % accuracy rating if you haven't killed any enemy. And then people are using that and then people are using totem-based skill to be able to benefit from that modifier, but I don't particularly like totem playstyle, so I just went with self-attacking elemental hit. So we have a lot of these sorted in, and then we are also using Darkness Enthroned to get 2 more Abyssal Jewel sockets. For boots, I'm using 2-tone boots for resist, life, and then the projectile pierce for additional clear speed. You can use, for example, shaper boots that gives you pierce on this slot as well. That's also possible. For the quiver, what you're looking for is high accuracy, life, and critical strike multiplier, chaos res, and so on. I think the best ways to craft a good quiver for yourself is to spam essence that gives you accuracy, T0 accuracy. I think the absolute best case is going to be spamming that on either Warlord or Shaper Quiver to get +1 bow projectile. It's going to be really nice. Now finally, I'm super proud of these rings. So these rings have T1 global accuracy rating % and a T1 flat accuracy rating, and good resist, life, and life gain on hit, and minus mana cost. Since attack speed is actually scaled by accuracy rating, we're actually having 5% attack speed modifier, so we attack really fast. So this life gain on hit modifier is actually really good for us. I have another ring that's basically very similar to the one that I just showed, and combined we have 44 life gain on hit, and then also from 30 from this Watcher's Eye. So we have about 70 life gain on hit from these rings.
Hello.
So that provides us a lot of defense. Now talking about defense, well, I just said that it provides a lot of defense, but the defensive department of this build isn't actually the best. But we do have some defensive layers. First off, we have Wind Dancer that basically lets you take less damage if you haven't been hit recently, and we have Acrobatics in the phase of Acrobatics that lets you dodge things, And on top of that, we have 77 life gain on hit. So if you actually don't get one shot, this 77 life gain on hit will actually let you recover your life instantly, and it's really nice quality of life. And I think with barrage, we're firing 4 arrows per attack, and we are attacking about 7 times per second, so 28 times. So 28 times 70 is a lot of life gained per second. So that's the defense, the biggest defense of this build. It's not the best defense, but it is reliable. It's able to do double damage modded T16, for example, reliably. All right, so I think I covered the basics of this build, and hope you guys enjoyed it. Yeah. So I have conveniently Sirus A8 right now. It's A8 sitting in my hideout. So let's just do this at the end and then see what it looks like. Hopefully,
I cannot do
this can let you see what the build looks like right now.
Did you really think?
Oh yeah, and for this, obviously, I'm using clear single target setup, which is barrage instead of clear to multiple projectile.
Flicking a pest.
No!
Stand up!
Kirak!
How boring and small.
You want the Atlas? Take it. It's yours. But Orith, I will burn to the ground.
Perhaps the suffering of my fellow citizens will finally stir something.
Alright. See, hopefully I can do this deathless.
What's this? A real challenge? You'll finally caught my... The others found strength in their projections. They became reliant on it. All this pain.
This city is nothing. I cannot do this yet.
Okay. Well, hopefully that looked good. So I'll see you guys next time. Bye.
Sorry. Sirus, this was